Phenomenal, everybody. Greetings. It's Carmen Roy, VP of Sales. Yes, different background, right? Yes, greetings, our valued travel partners. I am not in our Fort Lauderdale studio today. I'm actually in Orlando. May I say sunny and beautiful Orlando, attending a forum for virtuosos. So happy to be here. Hi, Jean from rainy Louisiana. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. Good afternoon from Orlando. Carol, come visit me. Waldorf Astoria. I feel like I've made it. You know what I mean? It's awesome. Actually, it's been a beautiful day. Snowy Ontario. Carol, I'm sorry. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Move on down. Finally sunny again here in Houston. For sure. As a matter of fact, I went to Albuquerque last week and I went through Dallas. It was like 19 degrees. How could that be? Or 22? It was like, oh my God, I'm a Floridian. I can't have that. I simply cannot have that. So you just saw, and we started last webinar with the same spot, our new 30-second spot, which is really just adapting what we had before. But what I didn't mention the last time when we were kicking off the new year, 2024, do you imagine? Hello, January is almost over. It's like a shocker. Um, the reality is, we launched TV last week. So on January 15th, our marketing team, they're powerful, went out with all of our spots. So to support our home port strategy. So if you recall, if you attended the webinar 2 weeks ago, we had Neil Rippin talk about our home port strategy from North America. He did a deep dive. Neil said, I don't think I have enough content to speak for more than 20 minutes. He went like 52. Can we talk? He made me look like I'm not that long after all. But we did support the home port strategy. So all of these TV spots, we're doing TV, radio, lots of digital campaigns, and they're really anywhere. So Orlando happens to be one of the markets that we're doing these TV spots on. And I saw it this morning as I was getting ready um, for my breakfast presentation because it was on the TV. It was like so cool. I feel like, oh my God, I work for like the best company. Why? Because Port Canaveral, I'll remind you, we're going to have the beautiful Caribbean Princess in November of this year coming to Port Canaveral. So we're starting now in all of these home ports. So if you're in Texas and we just had Dallas, Houston, you're going to get these spots as well. Again, launch January 15th, and they will go through probably February 29th, which is when we officially end our wave offer. Okay, so I am not in control today. You know we're recording this, right? Always, I know we take your Q&As. Thank you for always submitting the questions in advance because really at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we're answering the questions that you feel are important for you to do your business. So stick around to the end and off we go. And next slide, Sun Princess. So I'm going to pause here because we're very excited. I think we've been, at least since or it's been 22 months that I've been with this phenomenal company. And the most exciting thing is the ability to take it to the next level with Sun Princess, right? So you all know her inaugural voyage was scheduled for February 8th. That's right around the corner. Yesterday, we did have to come out, and most of you, if you did not have clients booked, you wouldn't have gotten the notification. But if you did have anybody booked on the inaugural voyages of February 8th, just that one voyage, we did have to announce that we needed to cancel that voyage. As you all know, this is a new class of ship for Princess, huge. It is also the biggest ship that Fincantieri Shipyards has ever built. So, as always, we want to make sure when we deliver a brand, especially a brand experience in a new ship, that it is up to our standards. So, but I will tell you, in good old princess fashion, which is actually good news fashion, not only did we do 100% refund for the guests that were cruising, but we also did a future cruise credit for 50%. And I'm happy to report, as of before I sat down, about 88% of the refunds have already been done. And soon the clients will have the FCCs in their profile. And yes, we did protect our travel advisor commission. So no one, I mean, obviously it's disappointing. We're all disappointed. It would have been great, but I'd much rather make sure you only get one shot at a first impression. And this ship is a game changer. So I want to make sure anybody stepping aboard the embrace that is Princess, right? So I just want to make sure I started with that because if you got the news or you had impacted clients, just know. And then awards. Let's go. Scan to vote. I love these QR codes. Aren't they the best? Even I can do them. Let's go for the gold. You all know we are looking at amazing amounts of categories. And again, the reason, so you got one Voting ends Feb 5th and the other one Feb 26th. So at the end of the day, why it's so important, I've said it before, we did it with the Travel Weekly Awards, Reader's Choice, is because it's a third party endorsement, folks, especially travel and leisure, right? Consumer facing publications, not just the trade facing, like in USA Today and Travel and Leisure. So it's really big. It's great to have that third party endorsement. So hopefully you had enough time to scan. And then guess who's back? Cal, voting has been done. Go, Princess. Thank you. Thank you. Look who's back, ladies and gentlemen. It's Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. Hi, Marsha.
Hi, I'm back. It feels like it's been such a long time, and I missed the first one of the year, so
I
I'm so
know.
excited to be back.
But you were missed. And so last week,
Thank
you and
you.
I were traveling. Folks, I got to say this. There were people asking for Marsha's autograph.
Uh,
I kept, it's the truth. Did you think anybody asked for my autograph? Marsha, not one person said, "Oh, Carmen, can I have you?" No. I was like chopped
you're
liver, which is
she's
okay.
exaggerating just a
Okay.
little bit.
You're the rock star. Forget Jan, Brady. It's Marsha, and it ain't Brady. It's Patrick. Thank you.
Yeah,
Welcome back. So
thank you.
happy. It takes a team. I say teamwork makes the dream work. Right? One
Absolutely.
one team, one dream. Unless you're Attilio Ferrara, he says one team, one scream because I make him scream all the time. So absolutely phenomenal. I love these summer cruises. So we are going to. So we're in Wave, and we created for me. I think Wave actually started Black Friday, that whole week of Thanksgiving, right,
Mm-hmm.
and Cyber Monday, and we haven't stopped. It has not slowed down. So
Yeah,
this series is really to focus on some summer cruises in 24. There's still availability. Like if you're in Galveston, I never knew Galveston's booking window is really close in. Some of those voyages, people are booking like the week of. I'm like unheard of, right? It's kind of
yeah.
like a nail biter for our revenue people, but that's good. That keeps them on their toes. So just want to talk about some of these opportunity cruises, right? Oh, Geraldine says, "Hi, Marcia. You see? Oh, why did you take that down, Marcia? Marcia, Marcia. You
You
know what
want to
we're
see
gonna
it
do?
again?
Why
There
not?
you go,
Hi,
Carmen.
Marcia,
It's
and
back.
welcome back. Thank you, Geraldine. I
Thank you,
think we're gonna have
Geraldine.
8 by 10. Do you remember Tiger Beat and all that? I think we're gonna have eight
I
by
do.
ten photos of you, Marcia, like a studio, one of those glamour shots, and have you sign them at trade shows. I'm just saying, I think it's
Not.
a good idea.
No,
Yes,
please do not.
let's get to it. What are we talking about? So we want to focus on some of the voyages we know why you're choosing Princess. So this has been a really interesting experience for me because I know we're a premium brand, right? And that we have
Yep.
this exclusive medallion, right? But don't get caught up on the technology. This is my I Love Boat one, and I took off the one from my voyage this December. Don't get caught up. The technology just allows us to do personalization, right? But at
Yep.
scale. Just think about that kind of personalization one on one versus one size fits all. And this is really the game changer, right? Don't worry about the
Small
technology.
ship feel.
Small ship feel. That's correct. Except what? We're a big ship and it's a beautiful thing because we have a lot of diversity on board from an entertainment perspective. And then, of course, the value, which we'll talk about why it pays to plus even more, Marcia.
Absolutely. So
Summer.
we're a great summer option.
And
So,
why?
just last week or 2 weeks ago, Carmen and team went over all our home port strategy, right? And that is because everyone's looking for convenience, right? Departures near their home, things that don't involve a lot of air travel. Of course, there's going to be air travel for you to get to some of these beautiful sites, but we've got a lot of choice in people's backyards. Enriching activities for all ages, millennials, right? All ages. Um, Families, multi-gen families. We are perfect for multi-gen family travel because we cater to everyone, regardless of age. Rooms for up to four in every one of our categories, and there's also options um, for those who want to drive in and sail, which I actually already talked about. And
Yeah.
then there's a QR code here for you also to be able to get back to that information that you want to know about our summer voyages.
Absolutely. And we talked about that home port strategy and why we created that. I think it's critical because air, trust me, I know it because you and I, we travel every week, right? Next week it's
Yeah.
Vegas. And,
Yep.
it's not fun. Listen,
Yeah.
I feel blessed that we're back to traveling, but the air portion of it, we cannot control at Princess.
Yeah.
I wish we could. If we had our own airline, maybe we should, let me make a note of that. Princess Air. Mhm.
Right.
You never
And
know.
sorry, the QR code is a flyer that we have housed on one source for you, but it's going to take you to the flyer that talks specifically about all the great opportunities we have for children that are traveling with us on Princess. So we got a lot of questions in the pre-registration about, what does Princess offer for families with children? And so go to that flyer. There's far more than that. And we're actually thinking there were so many questions, we might actually do a webinar
I
focused
think we
on
should.
kids. Yep.
You just read my mind because
Hmm.
most people actually in this forum that I'm at, somebody said, "Oh, I only thought of Princess as the love boat, as in
Yeah.
romantic love, like oh, couples." And I don't think of you as kids. And do you have any
Yeah.
enrichment? Do we have enrichment for kids?
Yeah.
Yes, we do. And Jeff
So
Corwin and
true.
all of our amazing, programming. So I think this is the best kept
Yeah.
secret, and we're gonna need to do a dedicated one just on the family market. Listen, we carry more kids in Alaska than any other cruise line. That should
We
not
do.
surprise you, but it surprised me. Okay,
Yeah.
next slide. I think they had enough of that QR code. Vacations for all
Vacations for all.
interests. There
Go ahead,
is a
Carmen.
vacation created for all. So somebody who wants to do the natural wildlife and beauty of Alaska, right? The great land. There's some, if you think of Canada and New England, right? Those colonial treasures, all of that history. Some folks, like me, even though I live in Miami, fun in the sun in the Caribbean. I want a vacation to lay back, relax, and unwind. And then there are some of our amazing clients that really want to do culture, right? History,
Mhm.
immerse themselves in culture, architecture. So when we do some of these really our European voyages, obviously in the Med, it's very port intensive, right? It is port
Yep.
intensive. So moral of the story, it's not one size fits all, it's one size fits one. But because we are a global brand, we're able to serve up all of these opportunities to our clients. And I think that's
Absolutely.
what's so unique and different. But of course, if I look at the lion's share, where are we number one? Alaska.
Alaska.
We don't visit Alaska, we own Alaska. When you entrust us with your clients to be our guest, they're going to experience Alaska like they can't anywhere else because all of the footprint that we expose you to, it is a princess class experience. Thank you, Carrie. I love Alaska too. And by the way, Alaska, oh, of course, Travel Weekly 20 times overall. That was so exciting. I was there. You know, I came out of my sequence and everything. Really, with us, guests have so much. I was. Don't you remember? Came straight from the airport. I was really excited.
I do. We were
Probably a
very
little
excited.
overkill, right? And I have a busy shirt on today. I guess I'm getting ready for Valentine's Day because,
You and me
at
both. I'm
Princess,
busy too.
love isn't about 1 month or 1 day. We love you year round and we're going to show it. Why Alaska is so unique, it's the way we do it. But, Alaska's not a one time and done destination. People don't
No,
understand that. There's so much to see, so much to learn. Please serve it up again and again. And do you know, and correct me if I'm wrong, if this tidbit of information that I learned, we carry a lot of first timers,
we do.
cruisers in
Yeah.
Alaska because they think of Princess. And what does that mean? Alaska. So if they've never cruised and they want to go Alaska on a cruise and do a cruise tour, we're their choice. So thank you all for recommending us. I think it's great. Next
Absolutely.
slide, some of the voyages. Okay. Okay. Again, is this a typo with that rate? It simply cannot
No.
be.
Nope.
Wow.
It's
So
not.
So these are opportunity voyages. Let me just start by you will see a mix, and this is based on your feedback to us of what you wanted to see on the webinar. You wanted to see some of these opportunities that you have this summer from a value proposition, because folks, I can tell you the hotel I'm in right now, that's the price per night.
For one night. Yes.
One
Without
night,
any
folks.
food. Without
Food.
anything.
I just saw a little water bottle. I'm not going to say what brand. It's $6, and this thing is this little. Okay, I'm just saying it pays to
Yeah.
plus, but it pays to cruise. We're a value proposition. So these
Absolutely.
11-day inside passages. I mean, look at this. More leisurely days at sea, because when you have a lot of intensive, Alaska's exhausting. Don't think you're going to sit back and sip hot cocoa with a blanket. No, it requires excitement. I really believe it's extremely intensive if you want it to be, right? So I think
Right.
it's fabulous. And those rates, I just can't. I simply can't. Wow is right, Patricia. Okay. So let's say they don't have 11 days, or better yet, you want to take a 7 day and maybe combine some cruise tours. You never know. The 7 day
Yep.
voyage. Now, this is one of our most popular ones, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
So
why is it
yeah.
top rated? You tell me.
So the 7-day voyage of the glaciers is our crown jewel. 2 days of scenic glacier viewing. That doesn't happen very often. So when you're on these glacier voyage of the glaciers, that's why it's called that, because you're going to see the best of the best of glaciers. So you get to sail 500 miles further into William Sound, and see more of Alaska, more of the wildlife. This is the voyage where you can also add on the land tour and also do the best of Alaska, right? Get into the interior. And if you're going to go to Alaska, you absolutely should be doing a cruise tour, because it is the most fantastic way to see the local culture, the animals. We've got some special other tours that we've added. There's no other way really to see Alaska. You know, Voyage of the Glaciers has not been as popular in the last couple of years, and I think it's because of air, right?
Oh,
But you
yeah.
also have the opportunity, like if someone has time, you can actually link the two 7 days together, end up with a 14-day voyage, and actually have air into and out of one place, right?
Right, which
Just
is
make it a round
phenomenal.
trip Vancouver, right? So
That
it's a
is
great
phenomenal.
opportunity. And those voyages are
Excellent.
already set up for you. So they're called a logical voyage. And you'll see that there's a 7 day and then there's a 14. And that 14-day is helping you to minimize the impact on the air side.
Right. You amortize that the
Yeah.
cost of that air out of Vancouver. And then
Yeah.
look at this, Seattle or Vancouver, right? When you're looking at the
Yes.
7-day inside passage, that's
Yes.
also many sailings include Glacier Bay National Park, which is it's a must see, right? It's absolutely phenomenal. And two ships, obviously our new Discovery Princess as well as Majestic. So again, the air, round trip Seattle, round trip Vancouver, absolutely phenomenal itineraries. And to your point, it is logical to do back to back voyages, right? These
Hmm.
we call them logicals. I'm still learning the verbiage. I always call those back to backs, which is
Yes.
phenomenal. And then again, if they do the voyage of the glaciers and they add that cruise tour, says maybe they don't have 14 days and they have a little
Right.
less. We're giving
Hmm.
you what are we all about? Options. Options and
Exactly.
choices. What the consumer wants today. They demand it. And therefore, that's why you have. And when you own Alaska like we do, we're able to do this. Now, the new cruise tour, we had a great video on this
Yes.
last time.
Yes.
Absolutely phenomenal. Katmai. Did I say that correctly?
Katmai.
God, I knew you were going to correct me.
Well, you
Thank you,
asked.
Marsha. Marsha, I know. Couldn't you just let it go? I mean, hello, tomato, tomato. It's all good. Anyway, you see what I have to put up with, ladies and gentlemen? You know what I mean? I get corrected.
I know. I
Teasing.
know.
I love my Marsha. New cruise
Okay.
tour. A lot of questions came in on that, so I'm not sure in the Q&A session if those questions came up again. We tried to answer them. There is limited availability. I want to make sure everybody knows that because it is on
Yeah.
sale. But like everything, the day of the Bears at Brooks Falls, which is really what the video. Look at that. Oh my God,
Hmm.
what it focus on, it's really incredible. And 2 nights in Anchorage. They were very, very specific about that. And again, 7-day voyage of the Glaciers cruise. This is
Yes. And
a must do.
you're often asking us what the cruise tour number is. So we've got it here on the slide, 3S and O3, I'm sorry, O3N. So just take note of that. So when you're
Oh,
going
3S,
into Polar Online, these are the
perfect.
codes you use to look up those tours.
And I still have yet to learn why they have those codes, but that's for another day, right? I'm still learning. I'm still in that period of time. How long is it before you say I have to know it all?
Um, I think we're here, Carmen. I think we're here.
Okay. You see what I mean? So let's talk about it, shall we?
It's
Again,
okay. We can't keep it all in our brains though. That's why we have, computers. So
not this brain, trust me. Not this brain. That's why I'm doing this. I take notes of everything. Because believe it or not, just like our travel advisors and consultants that are attending the webinar, I
yeah,
learn something new every single
I do
webinar.
too. I do
I learned
too.
something from Neil last week. From you, I learned how to pronounce cat
At my,
my
yes.
cat my cat
I
my
learned it from Mary. Mary
my
Mary
cat
taught me.
my cat. Got it. Cat my
At my,
National
yes.
Park Voyage of the Glaciers again. And this is the ultimate Alaska Wildlife Adventure Cruise Tour. I mean, this is amazing. So you're getting all of that. You stay at the 3 Princess Lodges.
Yes. Owned
Phenomenal.
and operated.
Ap- Absolutely fantastic. I mean, this is incredible. And again, limited availability on sale now. Give me the next one. Oh, and Princess Rail. I'm sorry. I did not mean to overlook that. That was really critical. Again, Princess Rail. Did I say it's rail for that anybody else's? No. Did I say
Princess.
Princess Lodges? Thank you. What does that mean? We are
Yes.
the queen of Alaska, no longer just princesses. National Parks Cruise Tour. Wow, 50 nights. Okay,
And
this
again, we've
is
got the codes for
amazing.
you.
You see, that's great feedback, right? Because this makes it
Yep.
really easy for them. Okay, this is so much, right? This is what you call boom. This is the ultimate, right? Because 8 nights in the wilderness. I mean, this is spectacular. Four of the Princess
And
Lodges, 7 day voyages of the glacier. Makes sense, right?
yep. And this is
Five
all about
national
the
parks.
national parks, right? There are national park enthusiasts, and this is perfect for them. So they get to go to Glacier Bay. Oops,
Oh,
sorry,
go
my
back.
slides on
Thank God
steroids.
you're in control, or
Glacier
else
Bay,
Joe would put me on timeout, just so you know.
the Tundra
Glacier
Wilderness
Bay,
Tour into
incredible.
Denali, Kenai Fjords National Park, Kennecott Explorer Tour with Wrangell St. Elias National Park, and then the Klondike Gold Rush National Historic Park. So if you have a national parks enthusiast, this is absolutely the tour for them.
This is a collector's. I've only been to Glacier Bay, just so you know.
Me
So
too. Me too.
four.
We
Really?
have a lot
Oh,
to catch up on.
I feel so much better now because I figure Marsha's done it all. I love it. So I've
I
done one,
know.
and you're right. There are collectors of this, just like you have collectors that are saying, Where is this one of these?" Yes, it's one of those sites. This is spectacular. And by the way, it's back for 2025, a 16-day inside pass. But this is just
So
one voyage, August
I
30th.
it is one voyage, but I have got to go in on this one because all of my people on the West Coast clamored and clamored and clamored and kept saying, bring back the round trip LA 16-day voyage to Alaska. So they heard you because me and my team kept saying it and they brought it back for 2025. So pre-pandemic, this sold out so fast, Carmen, that we actually added a second one. So I'm hoping that that
I'd like
happens
to see
again, that this is so popular, it sells out, and that they consider adding a second one. So let's get it going, guys. My West Coast people, you guys asked for it, it's back.
no pressure, Marcia. It better be sold out like quickly, quickly. Okay,
No
next one that we
pressure.
want to focus on. And even though this is a focus of 24, we also just want to get ahead of 25 because many of you
Yeah,
know that folks are booking. These are longer voyages. They don't need 3 to 6 months. They do need that
yeah.
year to year and a half. And now is the time, right?
Yeah, and
17 days.
what I'm
Oof.
hearing too is that there's a lot of buzz around Alaska for 24, and people are booking it like crazy, and so we're super excited to have that excitement back. But sometimes things are actually sold now, right? So if it's not available in 24, then you quickly go to 25 and book them on that next year, and book now, right? Because we're
Yes.
seeing bookings are happening much further in advance than they have in the last couple of years. So people have to get on it and make their bookings now.
Look how picturesque. That's 17 days. Again, Ultimate Alaska with Glacier Bay. One round trip Seattle, folks, May 6th. So you just go, and it's on Grand Princess. 10 ports of call, 3 days of glacier view, which to me is awe inspiring.
Yeah.
Valdez, not Valdez. Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
Ding, ding, ding. Oh, my cat, Cat My. That's how I
Got
roll.
my
That is how I roll. I'm never going to forget it because that's how my brain works.
the
This is
word
an incredible
association.
voyage.
Yeah.
Exactly. This is an incredible voyage. Absolutely gorgeous. And I wish I had 17 days. Would you let me go? I guess not.
And it's longer.
Okay.
We've got another one.
22 days.
22 days.
Everything says ultimate Alaska. Okay. I think we need to really do like good, better, best, like good, better, best, better, 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 bester, 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 because
Well, this would be the
22
best at 22
days.
days,
This
right?
is the pinnacle. Oh,
Late
one
night in
day.
Juneau,
Nice.
4 days
Gorgeous.
of glacier viewing, right? Amazing. You
11
see
ports.
Glacier Bay, Hubbard Glacier, Endicott Arms, and Dawes Glacier.
Round trip San Francisco, phenomenal. You know what? I'd top this off if I was retired and could do 22 days. I'd do a
Yeah.
weekend in Napa just to rest up because
Oh,
I'm going to need it.
that's a good
Because this
idea.
is, and I love San Francisco pre and post, but
Yeah.
I'd be doing a
Yeah.
post. I mean,
Yeah.
absolutely. Okay.
That's a really
Again,
good idea.
25 just one offs, right? These are fantastic.
And
Europe.
then you
How
can't
can
go
we go
wrong with
wrong?
Europe.
Stop. We sound alike. I just said, how can stop it? Just stop. You and I, my sister from another, we start
Uh,
thinking alike. We
I
spend more
know.
time together, I think, than I do with my own family. Okay,
Uh,
look at these fares. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I am going to go to
149 per
Fiorenza
day. So what did you just say, Carmen, about your hotel for one night?
over that 798 that was for one
Like
cruise.
five,
Okay.
six, seven times, right? Crazy.
Hello. It's insane. Genoa is gorgeous, by the way. Talk about Italian culture. If you've never been there, most people
I've
don't
never been to
serve up.
Genoa.
Yeah, most people don't serve it up. Genoa in a actually our sister brand Costa has an
Uh-huh.
office in Genoa. That's why I know because I worked for
Yes.
them for a brief period, a couple years. But this is
Uh-huh.
incredible. Rome to Athens, and you have a 7 day med cruise with France and Italy. So you got Marseille, which is I can smell
Yes.
lavender now. Okay,
Hey,
and the
some
best part, does it say Sun Princess or does it say
it
Sun
does say
Princess?
princess. And sometimes, we get feedback about why 7 days? People want to spend more time in Europe. Well, that's why we've actually built these 7 day voyages because who's going to go to Europe for 7 days? You're going to add pre or post, kind of do what you want. And I'm going to firmly suggest you do it pre because I know this because I did it wrong the first time I did this. You do the pre, right? You do all your running around in Europe and see all the sights, and then you get on the ship and you relax and you have a vacation from your vacation, right?
And there's the
But that's
leaning
what we
tower.
do. That's why we do the 7 days. So you can kind of build and customize around that 7 day cruise.
And I gotta tell you, Sun Princess and fares from, I can't. I simply can't. That's why I'm glad that there's that kicker there. Great availability in August. And let me tell you, if I'm you, as in our amazing travel partners and consultants and advisors and professionals, and you are advising this new ship, right, is going
Yeah.
to be a game changer. It will be epic. It'll be a game changer in the industry. It will be a game changer for our brand. It really
Yeah.
will. Oh, I will be on the August 24th sailing. Email me your booking
Yay.
number, name and booking number, so that I can take care of you because that's what I do. Just ask my assistant. Really important. If I get ahead of this now, those rates, I will tell you, we have started to increase rates this summer. That is why
Yes.
we're focused on those summer deals. I call them steals and deals. That's a very Good
Yeah.
Morning America thing, so I kind of can't say that. I'm sure it's like trademarked, okay? Deals and steals, no, steals and deals. These are
Hmm.
incredible prices, and we are increasing rates. So I want to make sure everybody gets in at the ground floor. Give me the next one. Oh my God, and you can go to Fiorenza there. Phenomenal. Oh, stop it. You're giving me a heartache.
In-day
$99.
Greek
Okay,
Isles.
we're going the wrong way. We're supposed to be increasing. And this has Santorini in it, okay, which is
It
like a
does.
must see. Rome to Athens. This is spectacular. What a gorgeous,
Kusadasi roads.
beautiful
Incredible.
Mykonos. Can I tell you,
Also, if
Mykonos,
I'm going to give
Greece?
a little tip here, if you're not breaking down the pricing to your guest on a per day basis, then you should consider doing that because the prices are so phenomenal. They're
Mhm.
used to hearing, the daily rate as it comes from like a hotel. And so they're able to quickly correlate what a great value this is when you give a per day rate. And so that's why we actually do this on the slides as well, because you guys go, what?
You can't
$99 per
believe it.
day?
I
Right?
can't
So
stay
share
home
it
for
with your guests that way.
$99.
Yeah,
I can't stay home on a weekend for $99. You think I'm gonna get a couple
you
meals
cannot.
and what's all included? No way. 10 days. This is incredible. So that's November 14th, a little farther out in summer, but there's some folks who can't travel in the summer. But there's more July through November dates as well. Okay, we're going the wrong way again. $89. Now, this is something I have on my life list,
16 days.
okay? Reykjavik. I would love to do this. So
Have
we
you
have
been to
two.
Iceland?
No, I'm just saying it's on
Yeah.
my life
Yeah.
list.
Yeah.
Is that Kekatork, Kakatork, Kokatork? Someone
Do
pronounced it
not
before
ask
for me and I
me.
can't remember. All I know is it's an incredible Iceland and Greenland, two voyages, Caribbean Princess. You know how much I love that ship. And round
Yes.
trip London. Talk about incredible. Cork, look at Cork, Cornwall. I mean, this is really pretty spectacular. Again,
Medieval
16 days.
castles, ice
Beautiful.
caves. I
All of
want to
it.
go. I'm sold.
$89. Okay, thank God we're back to 99. Whew. If we went to 79, I'd be a little worried. I'm just saying. Okay. My heart
Ireland.
was skipping a beat. Edinburgh, another gorgeous Ireland and the Scottish Highlands and Wales. Wales I've been to. Oh, haven't been to Ireland. It and again, round trip London. This is so critical. Let me tell you, the folks who curated this on our deployment team did a great job because they're
Yes.
sensitive to airlift and
Yep.
what and then again ports, 9 port calls in 14 days. Again, one voyage. So anybody in the summer, now is the time, 14 days, absolutely spectacular. Belfast, I
Round
mean,
trip
come on.
London.
Glasgow, I mean, this, oh my God, Loch Ness Monster. I'm loving that.
Yes.
I've always wanted to be there. Don't you ever? I mean, I've always wanted to be there. So this is cool. Okay, still going up. Oh my God,
So
Fiorenza
now we're in
again.
spring of 2025.
Beautiful. Again, prepping you because if operators standing by and if these 24 voyages sell out, I want to give you, like in Alaska, some options for 2025. So this is March 4th, 25 on Majestic Princess. A lot of folks tell me, this is early in the season for the med.
Hmm.
I beg to differ. It's
Yeah.
winter med sailings. Just think it's less hot, really critical, less crowds. It is
Yep.
absolutely, I've done it. It's an ideal time of year. And then again, you
What
have
fares are
some.
usually better?
Yep. Yep. And 9 and 10 day options as well. So you've got some dates from March through April 2025. And we have not just the Sun, our new ship, but we have Emerald and Majestic. So we've got plenty to choose from. So keep that again, $99 per day. And that's now. And I can guarantee you with our new pricing strategy, we have been increasing prices. We have held. So exciting to see that. And then, of course, our 2025 newest ship. So Sun, soon to be part, and Star we receive next summer of
Sister ship?
25. So exciting. I can't wait. The sun and the star, more like the star and the moon. Should we have a moon princess coming next so that I can say the star and the moon align? No? Okay, a little
The
too
star, the
much.
sun, and the moon.
Too early?
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
I'm a Cancer. I'm
Got a
all
ring
about the
to it.
moon. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, this I got to focus a little because Canada, New England, most of you are used to this in the fall
Yeah.
foliage, and
Yeah.
we're earlier this season. So for us, that's a huge capacity increase.
It is.
But we don't just do this because we wake up one day and say, "Oh, Canada, New England, let's start in June, shall we?" Next slide, let's talk about some of these. It's because you've asked for it, right? So
Yes.
10 and 11 day, these are called American Heritage Voyages, okay, with Yorktown. Now, this $70 per person per day, you will not get this again. Why? It's new.
No.
Whenever you introduce a new, first of all, a new time of year, right? Because we're going in June,
Yes.
all new itinerary, maiden calls to Yorktown, by the way, Colonial, Williamsburg, and Jamestown. Awesome historical sites. I mean, this is Charleston, dare I say, absolutely gorgeous. Boston. Then again, we got Halifax. So it's really
Yeah.
a phenomenal and round trip New York. Again, air. It's all maiden call is really critical. We have collectors of this as well. 10 and 11-day
Yes.
sailings. And look at these voyages. And then of course on the 14th is the 11-day sailing.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm also calling this out for families, right? So summertime is the peak season for travel with families. This is perfect for families of all ages, but specifically for like families who have have kids going into the 5th grade, or maybe they just came out of the 5th grade. What's better than like having a life lesson or visiting the real life pieces of a history lesson you've had, right? So this is really peak for them.
you know what I'll title that? Tell me what
Yes.
you did last summer. What did
Yeah,
you do this
exactly.
summer?
You always get
Over your
asked that
summer
question,
break?
right?
I was
Yeah.
educated. And we got
Yeah.
great enrichments for kids. So I can just
Yeah.
imagine what we're going to be serving up. Again, the fares from $70 per day, it just kills me, folks. I can't go to the grocery store for $70. Sorry, it's the absolute truth.
So
Every time I
true.
go in to I'm not going to say the name of the grocery store. Go in, I'm just
Yeah,
coming in
yeah,
for eggs and, little cheese and maybe some milk. And I'm out. It's $100.
yeah. You can blink and spend $70, that's for
That is
sure.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
And then round trip, Boston, 7 day again, Canada, New England, July through August this summer. Got availability. You guys know this is spectacular. And this is on Emerald. And again, round trip Boston. If you see a theme here, you are seeing a theme. It's home port strategy. It's,
Yes.
Princess, it's phenomenal, but we've always been known as a West Coast company. And guess
Mhm.
what? The great US of A and oh, Canada, North America, ladies and gentlemen. It is a big, big world out there, but we really want to focus on these home ports. And these 76, okay, we're going back in the right direction. Thank goodness. Round trip New York, August through October. You see how we're giving you, and it's a royal class ship, as you all know, Enchanted Princess. I haven't been on Enchanted yet, so I can't wait,
Oh,
but
yeah.
absolutely gorgeous. And with St. John, New Brunswick, beautiful Halifax, we've had 17-day Greenland and Canada, okay, which is pretty also some relaxing sea days. 3 Greenland ports of call, which is pretty fantastic as well on Emerald. One voyage only. So we want to call it out because,
Yeah, this one's
these
special.
collectors
Mhm.
collectors look for this. So if you've got those clients, you know who they are. They're in the summer. They have the time, right? There's even
Yep,
active people who are working, but they're active retired or
it's true.
working and they can do it from a ship. Why not?
Mhm.
Absolutely gorgeous. I like the relaxing sea days too. Now more my pace, Caribbean, where I do nothing,
This is your
nothing.
stuff.
How'd you guys?
Sun, sea.
You know what? Just chillax, chillax. I just want to relax. We have a fast-paced life going here,
We
okay?
do. We really do. Yeah.
Okay, fairs. 7-day Eastern Caribbean with Puerto Rico. Love, love, love San Juan. So we did it recently
Yes.
in November. And I said to our friend George, Jorge, my husband's name, el tocayo de mi esposo, I said, George, I've been to Puerto Rico a million times and to San Juan, and this is the
Yeah.
first time I've done it this immersed. It was
Yeah.
spectacular. So super happy about this. Again, round trip for Lauderdale. I went to Princess Keys for the first time. It was awesome. Talk about chillaxed. I sat in
Yeah.
my little cabana. The kids were having a great time. Everybody would come to mine because all the old fogers, that's what I call the folks that were with me. My other family members were the really boring cabanas. I had the one with all the utes. Did you remember my cousin Vinny?
I
All the
did.
utes.
Yes. Yeah.
My daughter, her best friends, my son and his girlfriend, my other friends' kids, the three boys, everybody was in my cabana because I had hip music. Hip. I am super cool. I am
You're the
not.
cool auntie.
I'm not an L7 square. Okay. I am truly hip. Princess, I loved it. Princess Keys is amazing. And to think that we've
Yeah.
had our own private island, hello, for a very, very long time. Absolutely pristine. It was gorgeous. That
Yeah.
water, spectacular. Love it. And then
Four
again, you get
ports.
San Juan.
Yes, 4 ports in 7 days. And Grand Turk is super popular, right? Where we often get asked, like, do you have wages to go to Grand Turks? Well, here one is for you.
And I just did Amber Cove.
Oh, I love
I did it
Amber Cove
recently
too.
on one of
Yeah.
our sister brands. I'm not going to say who. It was the mothership.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Next. They own the Cove, apparently. It was lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, this one's in Eastern Caribbean, St. Thomas. Who doesn't like Megan's Bay? Come on, look at that
Oh,
sand and that
so beautiful.
water. We used to go on these
Yeah.
summer cruises every year, Eastern Caribbean, and we do St. Thomas. So as the summers went by, we had pictures of the kids at Megan's Bay as they were growing. And the last one we did, they didn't want to be near us, and they had the
Yeah.
floaties and they had the little hats and their little. It's amazing because the water, it's so beautiful, so gorgeous. Again, Princess Keys, Grand Turk, Amber Cove, San Juan. I mean, can you go? This is beautiful, absolutely
It is
gorgeous,
amazing.
gorgeous, beautiful.
And you talked
Whew.
about Princess Keys.
Well, let's talk about it, shall we? Just for a second, because I wish I
Dive
had
in a
this
little.
map. Why do you think I said, Joe? Can we put the map in there? Because it is
Yeah.
relaxation defined. Okay,
There's so
I
much
don't
to
know about
do, and you
you,
could get off and get overwhelmed a little bit and not quite know what's there for you. There's a lot.
and that's the key. So at the end of the
Yes.
day, what is the experience? Okay, and by the way, the beverage package, Princess Plus, it's extended onto
Yeah.
Princess Keys, right? Because it's
And
ours.
the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi
Oh
works there
yeah,
too. My kids were so happy.
medallion purchases. Hello, right? You
Yes.
can use your medallion for purchases at the straw market, the gift stores, the rentals, you name it. Okay, I was all
Yes.
the way in the part where it says private and sanctuary beach bungalows. I
Oh,
wanted
you're
to
way over there.
because I needed to rest and relax. Marsha, you have driven me to to be in my own
It's
private
my fault.
bungalow. Yes, I needed to relax and enjoy. It was just but it was absolutely spectacular. And then again, I just wanted the Pelican's Perch. I wanted people to know there was a kids play structure there, which was really
Yeah.
wonderful. The barbecue pavilion, water sport rental, so you can be as active as you want to be or not.
Or
So
as
there's a little bit of
inactive as you
everything.
wanna be. Yeah.
That is correct. Go play
Absolutely.
volleyball, basketball, good old stuff. Loved it.
So I'm
So I
not as
wanted to highlight it.
adventurous, and so I'm not adventurous enough to actually do the Stingray Beach adventure, but it's actually fun because you can actually watch, right? So if you're someone on the sidelines like me when it comes to stingrays, you can actually watch the cool and adventurous people do it.
You're absolutely right. That would not be me. But thank you. Thank you for asking and for joining. Excellent. Okay. So our Western, right? So we covered these Eastern. Obviously, we have a lot of Westerns as well from April through July, round trip Fort Lauderdale air. And this is obviously with Mexico, right? So you've got
Yep,
Cozumel. Who doesn't love Cozumel? Oh my God. Carlos and Charlie's is like right there. Costa Maya, Belize City, and Roatan, which is also pretty spectacular. Okay. And Tulum
yep.
was the last great Mayan city built between
Have
the
you been there?
13th and
I've
I
been
have.
there.
I
Yes,
have.
it's
It was
amazing.
amazing. It truly was. And did a lot of the what I call true adventure because it's like, you know me, I'm not a I'd rather glam. What do they call it? Glamping?
Yeah,
But boy,
glamping.
did I sweat, let me tell you.
Yeah,
I
it's
worked
hot.
hard, but it was hot. But I'm from Miami. I was used to it. It was great. And again, amazing. Again, doing it 7 days, April through July. 10 days Southern Caribbean with Martinique. Now we're getting exotic. So it's up to 82 dollars per day. Why can't it just be 85? I say let's round it off. But you can take
I mean,
advantage of the 82. Martinique's amazing.
it is.
Antigua.
Add
So
$60 to that for plus, right? And you're still under, way under anything you're gonna spend on a hotel.
I did this itinerary, by the way.
Mhm,
This is the one I
mhm.
did, except I did 11 days. So I had one more. I can't remember what my other port was. How sad is that? I just did it. And then there's a 10-day option that includes Tortola. That is on Emerald Princess. Absolutely phenomenal. Fantastic 10-day Southern Caribbean. Islands are pristine. So it's really wonderful. And of course, to help our partners, what have we got at onesourcecruises.com?
We have
Sales tool.
all kinds of sales tools for you. So all of the deployment flyers are there for you. At a glance overviews, they do a really good schematic on the guest experience. So you can go onto OneSource, look under sales and marketing, and then look them up under destinations. And each destination is listed, and all the information for each of the years is there for you to visit. And it actually calls out if there's anything new or any kind of highlights that are happening in that year as well. Great
And even
information.
even social media assets. So I'm telling you, this
Yep.
is phenomenal. Sailing schedules, fares, and amenities. I am booked on the 10-day Caribbean with Martinique, my first princess. Kelly, email me your booking number. Very
Yay.
important. I put some pixie dust, or actually princess sand on it. Okay.
And
Family
then
flyers.
family
This is
flyers.
great. This is
Yeah, we talked about
absolutely great. Yes.
how important it is to talk about families and how great Princess takes care of the kids that sail with us in the summertime. It's amazing. I have
And,
4 children, and to hear others tell it, they'll say I have 20, but it felt like 20. I have actually 4, and they all went through our programming with Princess, and they were all very sad when they aged out because once you get 19, you can't go anymore, and they
no,
were
you can
sad.
cruise. You just can't go to the family programs.
You can't go to
Marsha.
the kids center, right? And
Okay. Be very
yes,
specific.
you can't go to the kids center. Yes, yes, yes. I mean, and
I
who
love
as an 18 or 19-year-old wants to go to the kids center, right? That's how good the programming is
it's
that it
okay.
is inclusive. Yeah.
Yeah, my son brings his own little, what do they call it that he hand holds now? Oh my God, it's like, it's
What?
called something. I don't even know. All I know is we get it to him. And again, the medallion. Okay. I remember this is how I aged myself when my kids were growing up. Radio Shack, we had the little walkie talkies. No need. It is
I
super
remember
exciting.
that.
Okay.
Yes.
Next slide. Here's
News
the
and
fun
notes.
part because we have no news. So, by the way, folks, we need your feedback. Okay. Because
Yeah.
there is a debate going on. Oh, I forgot the shout out I was going to do on the flyer. So I wanted to do a shout out to
Oh,
Anne, right?
oh, let's go
Anne
back.
and
Yes.
Joe. No, no, you can, all the flyers, they got the QR
Yep.
codes, but all
Yeah.
of those flyers, all those assets, really, it's Anne, Joe, Brandon, who was doing
Yeah.
last webinar, it was Brandon solo. Okay.
Yeah.
And Joe, because Joe didn't have Wi Fi wherever he was. I don't know. He missed his
Hmm.
flight. His flight got canceled. You see, if he had been on a Princess
Oh,
cruise, he wouldn't have had that problem.
look at
Just thought
that.
I'd say that. Hmm.
You just, adjusted.
Yes, we had to. Listen, with me, it's always
Technical.
technical. Murphy's Law. That is absolutely, as a matter of fact, I'm surprised in this hotel room I'm still doing. So let's talk about news, notes, and reminders. And here's what I wanted to kind of bounce off people. And I know the team, because we have so much news, and you go to
Yeah.
the next slide so we can start talking about our news.
Okay.
Um, Many of you, these hot deals, okay, this is now going the wrong way again. So we're going to talk about the hot deals. But let me know because we do these webinars every 2 weeks. And I thought, hey, can we just like, I know you all did it because of COVID and we were connecting. Should we go to just once a month, right? And do something?
Yeah.
The team says, no, there's so much to cover. If we did it once a month, it would be 2 hours. So I'm curious for our travel partners to give us their feedback. Do we go to once a month or do we stay with every 2 weeks? We do record them. So if you're not able to join us,
Yes.
$68 a day. Oh my God. No way. 32 days South Pacific again and
I
Hawaii.
saw this and immediately thought I have to get my
Morea.
parents on this. It's
Oh my
amazing.
God. Morea. That is such a beautiful. I've been there because I've done the Tahiti thing. And everybody
I have
talks about
not done
Bora Bora.
Tahiti.
Bora 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 Bora. Morea is like the best kept secret. It is so pristine. It is absolutely gorgeous. And then the ashore time at night in Honolulu is a big
Yeah.
deal. And an overnight in Papeete. Oh,
So what's
incredible.
amazing about this is again the round trip embarkation disembarkation of Los Angeles. because you know that there's not a lot of airlift into Tahiti, so that can get expensive, and it's also a really long trip, right? But to be able to get on in LA and then have this magnificent vacation, and then when you come back, you're back in LA, and you can either drive home or take that short, flight that you might need to get home. It's
Incredible.
an amazing,
And I've been dying to
incredible
say this.
opportunity.
Is it Pago Pago or Pago Pago?
I
Did I
can't
get
I
you?
can't correct you on that one. You
Okay,
got me. You stumped
okay.
me.
I'm gonna say Pago 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 Pago, tomato tomato. But look at that, that's
Go
so
to go to
exotic.
town.
I could say I went there. It's like Carmen Carmen. Just saying.
Yeah.
32
Carmen,
days. Let me tell
Carmen.
you, if you know anybody, yeah, Carmen Carmen. Marsha Marsha
Late
Marsha.
night in Honolulu, so you can do a luau, right? Amazing.
Amazing. And $68 a day. Okay, you're killing me, just killing me. But these are hot deals. I used to call them red alert specials, but Joe put hot
Yes,
deals. It sounds so much better. I'm hot,
it
like when
does.
you have a hot mic. Absolutely gorgeous. 12-day Panama Canal. So I've done this as well. We did the 10-day, but this is the real one, right? Woo,
Yes.
Cartagena. Actually, no, Fort Lauderdale, absolutely beautiful. October through March, perfect time. So I'm giving you some of the Octobers and some of the March. Again, UNESCO World
Great
Heritage
weather.
Sites. Yes. No, great weather and great experience. And then our world cruise. So we're going to pause on this because this is the funny thing. So I'm going around doing my round robins, and people don't even know we do a world cruise. Our world cruise is
Really?
happening right now for. Yes, Marcia. To you and
Yeah.
I, and all our princess colleagues, this is our world. Kind of like Wayne's World. Remember Marsha's
Yeah,
world,
it's true.
Carmen's
Yeah.
world. Okay. Outside of our world, some of our travel partners didn't even know we did a world cruise. And so I said, "You're kidding, right?" And they're like, "No. 2025 World Cruise is open. 27 countries, 51 destinations, 116 days. And then 27 UNESCO World Sites. It's pretty exciting. If you're a collector, they can go Jan 5th, that out of Fort Lauderdale, or they can join us in LA, right? And do those
Yep.
round trip LA and round trip Fort Lauderdale. The pricing is what kills me because we have a special, this is one times only, right? One times
Yep.
this special offer, which is quite frankly, I thought it was 200 per person per day. Did we lower it again?
It's
No.
$172 per day, so under $200 per day.
Okay. Folks, this offer expires February 29th. What's so special about it? Princess Plus. So if you do the full world cruise, they have to book the full world cruise. They're going to have Princess Plus with their cruise fares. Okay. That is amazing. And again, the two round trip offers, LAX, the savings is 55%. That is if
Yeah.
you were purchase these items separately. I think it's incredible. But when you do this for 172, I mean, why do you I wouldn't even live somewhere. I just stay on world cruises. I really would. I
Right?
do world cruises at the beginning of the year until it's over, then hop on other ships. It's cheaper per person per day to
Yes.
be at sea than it is to stay on land.
Yeah,
That's
make sure
my
if you
my
have a
wish.
client who was kind of on the fence or trying to decide, make sure they decide before February 29th because that plus now includes their drink package, their Wi-Fi, their gratuities, plus so much more. But those are the top three things that people are going to already do and have an expense for, and it's covered for you on the world cruise.
Yeah,
That's
and you know what?
amazing.
What we can do is look at the itineraries maybe in the next. So we have
Mhm.
another February 8th webinar, next one.
Yep.
Then
Mhm.
we have what's that? Then February 22nd. So a week before this expires. So we have time to
Yeah.
remind everybody
We
and
still
do a
talk
little deep.
about it.
How about the segments? I thought someone was going to show me the segments
We
because
do. We do
some
have
folks,
segments.
of course you do. Liners. What does that mean, liners? Segments and
Liners are
liners.
also available.
Is that like
I've
logicals?
always called them segments. I've never actually used the word
Liners
liners,
is
but
new.
yeah.
Wow. Okay. Also, that's a Joe thing. I guarantee you, he got them from somebody in deployment, somebody who talks this lingo. I just call them segments. Okay. The
Yep.
liner reminds me. I don't know what it reminds me of. I'm thinking of when my kids were little. I had to put a liner on their beds, but that's not what I meant. Okay. These voyages do not include Princess Plus. Okay.
No,
Why?
they don't.
Because it's not the full world cruise. You got to get to the full. But there are folks who can do again the segments back to back if they want to. So
Mhm.
starting January 5th, there you go. Fort Lauderdale to LA. I love this. This is really helpful. So I'm going to pause here. Anybody wanting screenshots, even though we recorded it, this is great because it tells you exactly where the segments are. Fort Lauderdale to LA, how many
The number
days,
of
which is
days, yeah.
amazing. Look at Fort Lauderdale to Dubai is 66 days. Those are exciting. Dubai to LA is 65. So this is really helpful because someone might not have all the time to do the full world cruise, but this gives you each of these segments and they are already available. Do not include Princess Plus. I want to go ahead and make sure we have truth in advertising. Okay.
Absolutely.
What do we got next?
Things to know about our back-to-back cruises.
Yes. So this is critical. And this came up, and obviously we're doing a back to back to back to back to back on the Med. But this actually came up on Caribbean Princess because, boy,
Mhm.
I met the best HGM, right? Hotel General Manager,
Oh, yeah,
Duncan.
you said that. Yes.
I got to tell you, I've been doing this. January 31st is my anniversary. 43 years in the happiness business, the cruise
Wow.
business. Cruising. I know, right? I'm not going to say that
What
anymore.
a
I'm going to say I've been
what a
around 22
milestone.
months at Princess. That makes me feel younger. And youth, age is a number. I don't believe seniors are
Yeah.
at 55 anyway.
No.
Here's the deal with this. And I wanted to call it to all our travel partners' attention because in the Med, this is phenomenal. And it's great to do back to backs and it's spectacular. But the things you need to know from a sales tip perspective, especially if you're doing it in the US. So if you're doing 7 days back to back, let's say Fort Lauderdale, you go for 14 days. Those segments, because they're treated as 7 days, I just want you to know they are set up as single cruises. And as a result, guests have to go through Homeland Security, the CBP, kind of
They
stuff.
do.
Listen, the ship staff does a great job to make it seamless and painless. But we're
Mhm.
seeing a huge number of guests that are booking. I mean, I think we had like 200 people that did this on Caribbean,
Right.
and they felt like they didn't realize that they were just booking two back to backs. They thought they were doing a
Yeah.
14-day cruise. Great value with air because again, take the air, you amortize it with
Yes.
the cruise rate. But they didn't realize that some of the entertainment or activities are rollovers to the next voyage, right? For the repeat.
Yeah.
So as long as you manage the expectation, I think it's
Right.
great because you
Yeah.
can do all of these and do 21 days, best of the of Mediterranean, for instance, April 27th. Just truth, let your clients know because they're not one voyage. They're set up as segments or single
Right.
cruises, and that's how they're
Right.
built on a system,
Yeah. And
and that's
and
how
these
they're
are still
notified.
there's still magnificent, opportunities and cruises, and I would link them together and create this great itinerary with 21 days all day long. It's just about, like Carmen said, just making sure that we communicate what the experience will be like, so they're not surprised, right?
Because they don't get it.
Um,
They don't
right.
understand. Why do I have to
Mhm,
get off in Fort Lauderdale?
mhm.
I'm on for 14
Yeah.
days. What do you mean my Princess Plus and Premier starts from day one? I don't understand. So it's about communication, right? Because they're great
Yes.
values, but it's also
Mhm.
managing the expectation so we don't set anybody up for disappointment. Critical about being
Agreed.
a pleasure to do business with. Okay.
Agreed.
Next slide. By the way, it's the first time I don't have it. How dare okay, how dare I say this, right?
Yeah.
Attilio, my executive assistant, we all love him. He says I love killing trees. It is not that I like to kill trees. That is horrible reputation to acquire. Okay, it is not true. It's just that I am an old-fashioned human being that writes everything, and normally I have to print out the presentation. I make notes as travel partners ask questions. This is the first time I'm running without the backup of a
And
printed.
it's seamless, Carmen, it's
How am I
seamless.
doing?
You
Because
never
I'm not
know. You're
having to
doing
run
great.
it. Because I'm
Yeah.
not running it. If I had to run it and multitask, we'd be in big trouble. Thank God I have you. Inside scoop. So okay. So we talked about this. We launched it. We were so excited for the new year,
Yes.
and we called it Sell, Sail, Sun. And then I thought to myself, that's not resonating because last
Try
year
and
when
say
we
that
kicked
3
off
times fast.
Sell, Sail, Sun, Sell, Sail, Sun,
Sail,
Sell,
sail,
Sail, Sun.
fun. Oh, you're
Sell
good.
3, cruise free, or sell 3, sail free, which is how we branded it last year when we kicked off that incredible incentive. And we did it various times because we started in 22. You can tell that was one of my initiatives, right? Because we
Yes,
started in
you
22 and
brought
everybody's
this
like,
to us for
we've
sure.
never done this. I don't know if we can do this. Oh, of course we can do it. For this year, I said, let's go back to our branding because there's another cruise line out there that came out with the sell 3 using my verbiage. I should have trademarked it. I like to share. So I said to the team, we own Cell 3. Only
Go
this time
back to
it's
our roots.
Sail Sun. Cell 3 and Sail Sun. Keep it simple. Because folks didn't know Cell 3 what? And what do you mean sell, sail, and I don't get it. Okay, keep it simple. Our travel partners are very busy. Marsha, I can't have to
Yes.
reinvent the wheel. So be among the first to sail. As you know, our beautiful Sun Princess will be inaugurated, obviously, across the pond. So we're not going to have her here. So we want to make sure when we do have this one voyage, it's a 3-day sailing on Sun Princess, inaugural for us, just our travel partners, October 11th. Absolutely. So we're going to have a couple, but right now it's only 200 staterooms. So you have until Feb 16th to book. And then I think they have till March 4th to actually submit the qualified bookings. And again,
That's correct.
a balcony stateroom, newest ship,
Or 2 on the
sell two,
beautiful new Sun.
sell three, sale sun.
Yep,
Love it.
keep submitting.
Absolutely. We have a lot of submissions already. And then again, just a reminder of our wave offer that actually started December, I want to say 13th. It's a lucky
Yep,
number. The up to resonates. It's 40% off, free room upgrades, stateroom upgrades, third and fourth guests, which is like, again, free. People love the word free. It resonates. People understand it. Let's not get creative. Let's do marketing that's simple and resonates and it's working through Feb 29th
yes,
because it's a leap year. Next one
yep,
because we have another thing coming up, right? I love this.
we do.
Oh, now this is interesting. Plan for vacation. Well, book your vacation today. I love the creativity.
I do too.
7-day fares from 379. Now this is a limited time offer, right? Limited
Yep,
availability. Special rates are good only for January 3rd. And you know what I call this? Inside scoop because we haven't announced this and that's why it's an insider insight. I think they did it for my 43rd anniversary. Do you
they
think they put it?
did. I think
I
so.
love this. What a special, special treat. Book your vacation today. So plan for vacation day. I love that. Absolutely
2
love
days
it. So
only, and
LTO,
it's focused on spring cruises.
close in, limited availability.
Mhm.
But there are still people who have that, right? This is still part
Yep,
of their consideration set, close in, spring break, things like that. Okay. What do we got next?
we've got Medallion Net.
Yes, really critical. Hello. It pays to plus. So we have an increase in medallion net. Some people ask me, what do you mean? What's medallion net? Well, medallion net is the cost of purchasing Wi Fi separately, right? So let's say you
Right.
don't want to do a plus or premier package. I get it. So we have certain, like a one device. You maybe, you know how people say, I don't drink, I don't care, I don't want to have a
Mhm.
plus thing. Okay.
I wanna do
But
à
they
la
might,
carte.
right. I don't have a device, but sometimes they do
Mhm.
have a device. So our old price was 19.99. It's going up to 24.99. Want to make sure, truth in advertising. We are not, there's no change, there's no impact to anybody who has Princess Plus or Princess Premier. Okay. They
Mhm.
still have their Wi Fi, no price increase. But why am I bringing it out? Some folks is like, why are you bringing out a negative, a price increase? Why? Because it pays to Plus, and our travel partners
Right.
have to promote Plus because you get your commission up front and it's seamless. Remember those three anchors and Plus and Premier, plus all the other stuff. But people want the beverage packages. They want the Wi-Fi, and they want gratuities for our. They're going to pay them anyway. This is stuff you pay for
Exactly.
anyway. Now, this is even another reason why it truly does pay to plus. So again, want to make sure everybody knows because want to give you the information you need. Okay, we'll go through Princess Expert. Thank you. Plus is a must. I know, Carrie. I even had Princess Premier.
I
I don't
like
even do
that. Plus is a must.
plus is a must. It pays to plus. Okay, Princess Expert. I know a lot of you want to go back to Princess Answers. No, the horse is gone. He's in the middle of the race. We're not going back. It's rear view mirror. If
Right.
you are unable, because like everything, it's always technical, and folks are always telling me, Carmen, yes, it is, to locate the email which contains your credentials, you can request a password reset on the Princess Expert login page, right? If you do
Yes.
not receive an email when resetting your password, request a new Princess Expert account. All you have to do is fill this out, Princess Expert account form. There's a QR code. Why Princess Expert? Everybody's talking about AI. Princess
Yes.
Expert is bringing our knowledge base to another, incorporating all of these learnings so it becomes even more intuitive. That's why it's critical. So we want you all to use it. And soon, coming soon, but not soon
Mhm.
enough, is single sign on. So wait
Yes.
for it. I promise. I listen to you, believe it or not. People think I don't pay attention. I pay attention.
You do.
Coming
You
soon.
do
I
pay
really do.
attention.
Want to throw in the extended call center hours. Okay, Joe, we're going to get rid of that little picture on the right. That was the good old days when people came into the office, okay? They're all at home. As long as they're not feeding their cats and their dogs or flushing toilets, I'm okay with them working from home.
Those are actual operators standing by. Look at that
Yes,
picture.
operator standing by. So, as you know, sales and support. So we decided we're earlier. So 9 a.m. Eastern on Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern on Sunday. So this is part of our commitment to be a pleasure to do business with you and be there when you need
Okay.
us. This is more our East Coast folks because we're very West Coast centric. We're going to start doing everything in EST and PST, and I have ESP. to have been able to bring this to our incredible. So thank you, Jen Wright, for taking the having the courage to listen to me. Nobody else does.
Yeah. I
Next
listen.
slide. Q and
I'm
A,
not
and
giving
we're
any
on
credit.
time. Top of the
And we're
hour.
on time.
Hit me with your best shot from my beautiful hotel room that costs more than a princess
Q&A.
cruise, and it doesn't include and $6 bottled water. I'm not even. I'm not going to go there. Oh, I don't like the close-in, Joe. Thank you. I don't have a Tilio with lights to make me look.
Are you
Stop laughing
killing
at
me?
me, Marsha. I'm right
Look
here.
at
I can
me.
hear you. You're
I
killing me.
wonder if anyone noticed I have Canada, New England behind me.
I noticed it, and we need a lot
Did
of
you?
help, especially in June. Did
Yeah.
you know that with Yorktown? Okay, earlier in the
Yes.
season, really cheap. Are there any
Uh-huh.
24? Oh, yes, Kelly, 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 Kelly. Just like we rehearsed it. Yes, we
Yes.
just met again. Not only are we going to have seminar at Seas, you're pulling my February messaging. You know, February is the month of love, but not for Princess. It is year round. So we will come to you February 8th with our new announcements for Love Fest and our seminar at Seas as well. So we are working really hard to get it on time, but we don't have it for the 8th. Hopefully the 22nd. But we'll do, or
We
maybe
should
let's
have
just
it for
hold
the
out
8th.
to March and nah, forget it. Let's do it in March. Lisa, will a cruise inspection happen again? I had to have, like, of course they will. Don't be super
Oh,
bummed.
yeah, for
Lisa,
sure.
we have ships. Those are, when we have the ships in port.
Yes.
So import
We
function, we will have more.
we actually have some on one source right now.
Excellent.
So go onto one source, take a look. I love the fact that we started housing them there because no matter where you are, you now can see when our ship imports are offered, and you can sign up. You know, you might just happen to be in LA and we have a ship import. Join
Or
us,
Fort
sign up and
Lauderdale.
join us. Yeah, or
And
Fort
by the way,
Lauderdale.
that was a great move.
Mhm,
Thank you, Taryn. Thank you, Terry,
mhm.
because your world has changed, right? And check under training. Thank you, Joe. He
Thank
always has to remind us. I love that. He's on top of his game. Attention to detail. ATD, my
mhm.
favorite thing. I have the shirt. I will tell you that it was great to do it because your world has changed. There's a lot more ICs, right? Franchise owners. You are all over the world. Many people are working from home. So if your home happens to be, or if you are traveling to, maybe Port Canaveral next November, right? Maybe you're in
Mhm.
Boston, maybe you're in New York, Fort Lauderdale, Seattle, San Francisco, LA, Vancouver will have imports. So no matter
Yeah.
where you are in the world, we want you to come and see our beautiful ships because that's really critical. There's nothing better than that knowledge that you've been there, right? And you take the
Yep.
selfie and say, I've been here. Any other questions, Joe? Does everyone get a medallion or do they have to be purchased? Everybody gets a medallion, okay? They do,
Yes.
because this is the way we operate on board. The only
Mhm,
difference is, okay, Plus and Premier, if you book standard, it doesn't get shipped to you,
mhm.
right?
Well, it
So just
can,
need to
but
know.
there's a
But there's
cost
a
to it.
cost.
Yeah.
Well, I want
Mhm,
to make sure
mhm.
they know they don't have to
Yeah.
pay extra. They can just
Yep.
go to the
Mhm,
terminal and get it.
mhm.
Ocean Ready Green is phenomenal. I like knowing that I've got my medallion and they'll ship it to you. All good. Don't get nervous. They ship them closer to voyage to make sure. That's just to make sure all of the operating devices are capturing everything you need and that we
Yep.
need to know. Okay, one more question. Where's the information on the solo staterooms?
Yes, so we
Got to get
actually
it
don't
fired.
have a this is an important distinction, actually. We actually don't have solo cabins. We do have a couple on Sun Princess. That's new to us, but all of our other ships, they're just full on staterooms. So when you get a good solo fare from us, it's an amazing deal because you have a full stateroom, not this box that was been designed for one person. You get a full stateroom. So there is a list on one source where you can find special solo fares. And it's under sales and marketing and special deals. So go there and look, and you'll see some of those voyages have great
Low
offers, like
percentages.
110% instead of
Excellent.
200, right?
Excellent. And that's a big
Yes,
deal. We've had them all along. It's just
yeah,
another best kept secret, right? So sales and
exactly.
marketing under
Special deals or deals
special
in,
deals.
yeah, it says deals on it.
Special okay, special deals. It's all good. It's
Hmm.
there. Fabulous. Okay, that was our last question. So I'm going to remind everybody. Oh, thank you, Marilyn.
Thanks,
We so
Ellen.
appreciate that. Truly, we really want the content to be, you know, thank you, Irene. Have a great weekend. Oh my God, you're thinking
You
weekend? I
guys
still have
too.
Friday. Thanks for another great.
Yay,
Thank you.
thanks,
See you in
Geraldine.
tweet. Thank you, Geraldine. Truly appreciate you. This is really important. We want to make sure that the content that we're sharing, it's important for you, right? That it's really making a difference. That you feel it has purpose. So again, the only way we can truly create great content is and give you what you need and what you want is if you have some dialogue with us. Let us know what you want to
Yes.
know. What do you want us to cover? Neil was a crowd pleaser, Marcia. He was
Yeah, I
absolutely
heard.
perfect. Only 20 minutes. He took 53 minutes. I cannot. I'm like, oh my God. Marcia and I wouldn't have gotten a word in edgewise. Kind of like Marcia never gets a word in edgewise with me. All good.
It's
That's
okay.
what Joe said. I
Okay.
heard him. His
I
mic
like
was
to
on and he
drop
thought he was
little
off.
jewels. Little jewels. That's my role.
You are my jewel. You are. Thank you, Tammy.
Thanks,
Truly
Tammy.
appreciate
Thank you for
that. Thank
joining
you,
us.
Darlene. Thank you, Tammy. Truly appreciate it, you guys. Have an carpe diem. Seize the day, even if it's not a weekend tomorrow.
Um,
That's right. We love you. Thanks, Marcia. Thanks for attending,
Thank you,
everybody. We'll see
Carmen.
you in 2
Thanks,
weeks.
everybody.
Make it a great selling day.